reconnect, re-energizing our bodies, reinvigorating our minds, reconnecting with our soul. Say good morning to Beauregard. He thinks he's the star of the show. Welcome, welcome. It's we did the turn the clocks back thing, and so it's lighter out, lighter and brighter. Welcome, welcome. I want you to take a moment to go inward. I want you to feel into your human. Go ahead and just welcome yourself back into your body. We spend an inordinate amount of time on the exterior in our world that we're in right now. So let's just bring it back. Be present. Take a couple of deep breaths. Fill it up. Start to feel into your foundation and your balance and see where we are today. We're going to start with energy zesting, which it'll kind of wake you up. It'll connect your energy. It'll get you zippy zoomy and things flowing. And so we're going to start by, we're going to move from our shoulder and we're going to actually move the energy across the midline of our bodies. So welcome for wherever you're tuning in, whatever part of this magnificent world you are in. And switch that across so you can actually start seeing it. You can feel into that energy. Push it across. Now we're going to activate that core, so you're going to focus on that, and we're going to take it across. So it's the core that's lifting up your knee. Yes, and you want to start thinking about lengthening your spine. And as you're breathing, you want to have that oxygen flowing through, up your spine. So across and easy peasy. Now we're going to do a little tapping. So we're going to just start right here under your eyes. Open it up. Breathe into it. Excellent. Right here, collarbone, right there. Just tap away. There's no right or wrong way to tap. There are a number of different methods that you will hear about from a number of different people. Right here, sternum, thymus. And think about the fact that when you tap right here, and we're tapping gently, you are activating your white blood cells. So if you are feeling under the weather, good thing to do is tap on that. Helps it regenerate. Remembering that where our attention goes, our energy flows. Okay, now we're going to go right at your top rib, right in the center. And if it hurts, you need to do a little energy work around that. Sometimes it'll sit right in here, and it will be painful to the touch. And if that's the case, you want to do some breath work. Breathe into it. Our humans are amazing, and our bodies will tell us a lot of things, but we have to tune in to learn how to listen to what it's saying. And sometimes it simply might be, take that deep breath, arms up, maybe to slow down. I know for me, if I don't listen and it's telling me to slow down, then it'll do something to make sure I have to slow down, which is always interesting. Now while we're doing this, we're breathing through, but you also want to feel your feet. You want to feel into it. You want to think about activating that core, right? And you can activate, you can kind of flex and release your lower body, kind of feel into those muscles. Feel your feet. You want to put your weight towards the outside of your feet, your ankles, your knees, and your hips. Kind of stack them up. And you can just feel it. Feel your balance. Right here. Just open up that vision. And you can sway. You can kind of wake it up a little bit while we do this. You can feel that. Beautiful. So I did not remember last week. Shame on me. I did not needed to put a sticky note together right here on your heart. Let's go ahead and send yourself some love and send some love into the world. So we have been doing this for 5 years. Maybe it's 5 years today or 5 years last Sunday. Doesn't matter. 5 years we here have been strong. Most every single Sunday for 5 years. Very exciting. Let's go ahead and just put it in thumbs to your belly button. I started on Facebook because you can't go live on YouTube unless you had 50 subscribers, which I did not. I started during COVID with the me and a bad camera. And looking back at some of the original ones were pretty funny. My kitty was still alive, and she used to come bring toys to the mat so that she could be part of the filming. Anyway, and then just go ahead and flip it over. I had some very strange lighting. Anyway, the greatest thing is we are now 5 years strong with an international, global community. Very exciting. So right here is your powerhouse. It's where all your power comes from, all your superpower. And now we're going to go ahead and we're going to put our palms towards the floor, and we're going to rotate through the spine. Nice and easy. Now take your palms towards your body. And go ahead and you're going to add in a little bit with your hips. Just, you want to make it loose. And now we're going to do gorilla arms. And just feel the fluidity. That's a big word for this morning. Fluidity. Fluid. Perfect. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to do the infinity. And I like to add my hips and kind of release that low back a little bit. And just work through it, feeling your energy. Push it away. You're not pushing it away, you're extending it. You're just extending that energy field. You can just give yourself some more energy, some bigger space. Send that energy out there. Lots of love. A little bit of sparkle. Perfect. We're going to pull it up. So you just want to pull it up. Shoosh it down, pull it up, shoosh it down, and how about one more, and a big shoosh. You're going to take that energy and lock it in, and now we're going to do the shimmy. It's very important to shimmy. If you can't jump, feel free to just plie, releve, right? You're still going to get, but if you can, some people are calling it rebounding. You know, instead of you do this for a minute when you wake up, it'll do a lot of things for you. Good for your joints. Good for your energy, good for your blood flow, good for your heart rate. So you're going to do the shimmy out the door. Now, take a deep, deep breath. Find that space, and we're going to release the neck nice and gently. So happy November. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. Where did this year go? I'm actually going to turn my heat off. It was chilly this morning, but well, not so much anymore. Very easy right here. So there's 2 more months left in this year. And that, my friends, is pretty crazy. And now back. And try not to pull your shoulders up to your ears. I know we spend so much time with the stress. You want to think about dropping your shoulder blades. So push your shoulder blades down and then put them together. It's going to open your chest, lengthen your spine. Great for your posture. Easy on that neck. Take your arms up. Inhale. On the exhale, you're going to put your hands behind your neck, and then you're going to go fold forward and bring your elbows together. Drop your head a little further. Activate that core. Feel your feet. Nice balance there. Strong. And breathe into it. You're opening your neck, you're opening your upper back, down into your shoulder blades. Open it up, push it out. Go ahead, clasp your hands together and push through. And now I want you to push a little further. So you're going to pull your belly button to your spine. You're going to open up your shoulder blades right there. And squeeze your booty. So we did the Halloween thing here in the United States. I had great fun. I went out dancing. I taught a Halloween class, costume class, which was fun. So this year was fun-filled. Fun-filled, it was. And then push it up. Go ahead. Lengthen, elongate, look up to the heavens. So yes, so I had a fun Halloween, zippy zingy fun. The only thing I'm not thrilled about when we move the clocks back, I mean, I like the morning because it's a little bit brighter earlier, but push through. Now you're going to clasp behind and you're going to push them down the back, right? So straight down, and remember, shoulder blades are dropped and then squeezed together. And that's the best way that you can get those shoulders down out of your ears and open up your chest. And just feel through, you can feel it squeezing together, working on your range of motion, your shoulders, delts. I don't like the fact that it's going to be dark at 5 o'clock tonight. Where I live anyway. It's like, really? Oh. I feel like I should be, having soup and go to bed by 7. But, this is the time where we kind of nestle in to our world, light the candles, fill some sparkly lights somewhere. I'm excited, though. My couple of more of my orchids are blooming. And I've been playing a game with them. I know nothing about them, but I've had most of these for about the last 3.5 years or so. And I'm pleased that they continue to bring forth new blossoms and pretty colors. So that always makes me feel a little brighter. Are you pushing down? Now we're going to do the reverse prayer. So you just want to clasp together and you want to slide up to wherever you can. You might be here, whatever. And then once again, what are we going to do? Shoulder blades down, squeeze them together, open up your chest. Another one that's very good for your posture. And kind of feel the energy going out the top of your head, kind of coming into your feet, going all the way up. Remember that we are all energy, that we are all connected, and that we are always changing. So meet your body wherever you are. And know that it will never be the same. You won't have the same stretch. You won't have the same strength training, same walk. And that's perfectly fine because that's just how it is. I know it's so hard when I first started my feng shui practice to really appreciate that we're all energy. And I think we forget in the hustle bustle of our world that there's energy in your home, there's energy in your car, there's energy everywhere. Shall we go ahead and just push that down, shake it out? One up, one down, let's see where we meet. I promise you, if you do this with repetition, your range of motion will increase. So this week what I want to talk about is that self-care is not an accident. Self-care needs to be intentional. So in order to take care of your human, you need to be intentional about the things that you want to do for it. Everybody has their own morning routine or whatever it might be. I don't prescribe anything. As a matter of fact, I personally change mine up from time to time. I used to think I had to do it all. I had to have a morning routine. It would have taken me over 2 hours if I'd done it all. And I finally realized that probably not what I needed to be doing. Okay, shake it out. And let's see where we meet on the other side. You'll find I'm not the same. Once again, our bodies are not equally balanced. You probably notice your feet aren't the same size. One's longer than the other. Your eyes are probably not exactly the same. I certainly know my eyebrows aren't. Oh, breathe, breathe. And feel into that. Opening up. Opening up. Okay, shake. Twinkle fingers, pull it across. Don't hit the elbow, be nice and kind to it. Feel the energy coming out your fingertips. Feel that core engaged. So what do you want to do in the next 2 months? What things would appeal to you? What kind of fun do you want to have? I've been working with myself to put things on my calendar that would bring me joy. And live music, as you guys know me, I absolutely love live music. So I've got one the end of November and one or mid-December to kind of have some holiday festivities around that. So I'm excited for that. And go ahead and switch sides. Gentle with your arm. So what kind of things do brings you joy? And what kind of things do you think you should do, but you don't really want to? Start thinking about that, because I know a number of years ago I quit sending out Christmas cards. I send out a few here and there, but I used to think I had to do Christmas cards. That was a had to do must thing, right? A should do thing. And I thought, that's kind of stupid. If I'm not really enjoying it, I'm not in the festivity of it. For years I worked in corporate America, and oftentimes I was working horrendous hours in December trying to close transactions. But so the whole Christmas card thing, it became like a nightmare. So I thought to myself, so why don't we just give ourselves permission to just do what we want to do? You know what I mean? Celebrate what makes you feel good. Find the things that are important to you. I started sending out cards to some of my friends for New Year's, and that was far more fun. It was just different. I mean, it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter what we choose to celebrate. I do think it's nice to have festive lights, things that sparkle and bring us joy. And so maybe finding a new thing to do for you could be the perfect way to celebrate. All right, now we're going to switch it up. You want to make sure you're feeling the energy out of the heel of your palm, and you're working through your arm. And you can feel that lower body. How's it doing? We'll be working with it soon. Working through those arms. Shake it out. Rotate those shoulders. That always feels so nice to get those shoulders invigorated. We'll use that word. We'll take it. Hello, I'm invigorating. Up the opposite direction. Yeehaw. And then I want you to just sort of release that low back. And kind of feel your hips and your low back release. We're going to take it down into a squat. So just go fluidly and easy. We don't ever want to jerk into anything. Your squat may be here today. That's perfectly fine. Feel what's good. If you've got knee problems, be sure that you lean into what feels best for you. And say good morning to the dragon. Love my dragon. Protects my house. I'm not sure from what. I live in this lovely little, I don't know. I live in a grove of trees, a big garden, tucked away from the rest of the world. Still close to everything, but kind of tucked away. And you can just drop that a little bit. You're going to release, you're going to feel your quads are pumping, and you're going to release that low back to the extent you can. Hold your feet balanced. Kind of feel your weight evenly distributed into your feet. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to extend those legs. Keep your knees soft, and we're going to activate our hamstrings. The back of your leg should be kicking in. Opening up your low back. And drop it. Just go down as far as comfortable for you. Feel those hamstrings? Oh yeah. They're tight. Go ahead, back into the squat. Nice and easy. Evenly distributed, like I said, your feet. Think about that core. Everybody's working together. Take a deep breath. And right back into those hamstrings. Let that gravity open it up. And breathe. Okay, and right here we're going to go put our hands in front of us, and we're just going to bend because we're right here. Perfect time to do the cat-cow. Yes, yes, yes. So, square it up, nice and even, and you're going to go ahead and you're going to arch up, you're going to look up, you're going to arch your back, and your weight is evenly distributed on all fours. Take that breath. Now you're going to pull your belly button to your spine. You're going to open your shoulder blades and you're going to drop your head. Whew. And arch through, look up. And now what we're going to do is we're going to speed up the tempo and we're going to breathe with it. Inhale, exhale. It's really good for your large and small intestine, your digestion, and your posture. Highly recommend you do that every single day. So right here we're going to just go ahead and take yourself down to your stomach on your front and nestle down. So what we're going to do is we're going to breathe. You're going to arch through. So what we want to do is we want to release our backs because we spend so much time folding forward. We're going to take a moment to release it. Now you may be here. That might be a good place for you. That's perfectly fine. You can stay here and you can still release, that's fine. Or you can add a little more into it. Obviously, nice and gentle, fluidity. And just feel it working. Go ahead, take it down, unroll those vertebrae. We're going to do one more, so make a nice deep breath. And push through. Look up. And try not to have your shoulders up. Try and open that chest. Work through opening it and then lift. How'd you do? All good? Go ahead. We're going to go onto our backs. Oh, release through. What I want you to do is just relax your upper torso, push your low back into the floor, anchor your hips down, and keep your upper torso nice and relaxed. We're going to put our right foot on our left knee, and we're going to open up right there, and try and keep both hips anchored down. And I don't want you jerking your upper torso. to help with the stretch. You can push here. Now, if you want to, you can engage your core and you can come up here. But as you're pulling your leg, if you pull your leg, you then start activating and put tension all the way across your neck and into your back, which is not what we're looking for. We're strengthening and lengthening our muscles. We're not trying to put additional tension into our bodies. And with the breath work besides, what we're doing is we're activating our oxygen flow, our energy is connected, but it's fluid, right? I always say go in flow, not with the flow, but go in flow. And you can feel that. And this is a really good thing to do. I'm going to switch sides. In the morning, when you're still in bed, if you have tight hips, tight low back, you can do I call it the 4. It could be the 4 here, it could be the 4 here, it could be the 4 here. You'll notice that as you do the different adjustments to the stretch, it will stretch a different area and it will be a different intensity, but make sure you don't put any stress in that upper body. But I call it the 4, just doing a 4-fold. You can also do this seated. Just put your leg up and lean forward. So there you go. Really good for your hips, low back. All right, we're going to put the right leg over the left. We're going to take it right, and we're going to look to the left. We're going to open it up. You're going to rotate that spine and breathe into it. You still there? Go ahead. Let's switch sides. Take the left over the right, legs go to the left, look to the right. Rotate around that spine. Oh yes, that is so good. Think about the oxygen. Do some conscious breathing. This is your time. Remember, self-care isn't accidental. Which is so true. I know I travel a lot, and I traveled to Australia, and it's a lengthy flight, we'll say, the least. And self-care on an airplane is no accident. You can set yourself up for success, but that's intentional work to make that flight pleasurable. Excellent. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to do our windshield wipers on our backs today. And you want to work all the way through both legs. You're going to feel it all the way up into your spine, to your laterals, and both ways. You're also going to feel your hip flexors. Another excellent thing you can do while you're still in bed before you get up for those hips and that low back. It'll make walking easier. Get your oxygen flowing. Right? You don't have to do it fast. Doing it fast doesn't do anything. You don't get any more benefit from it. Actually breathing into it and really feeling through it is what's going to give you the best there. Go ahead, put your soles of your feet together. Take a deep breath. Open up the butterfly and bring your arms up, shoulder width apart, and nestle that low back and breathe into it. Think of the oxygen coming up through your feet, going through your body, out the fingertips and the top of your head. Bring it up. Let it go. Well, inhale all that goodness. Exhale whatever you need to get rid of. that goodies, all the goodies. Exhale and whoosh it out. Ah, perfect. Knees together, bring your hands down by your side, and go ahead and bring your knees to your chest, and we're going to just do a little roundy to release that low back. Whatever is the most comfortable for you, you can rock it whichever way. I like a full rotation. It seems to get it all loosened up. And obviously my back, hips have a tendency to get tight. And that's only because we walk and sit, right? Big feet up. Okay, now let's rotate. We're going to be kind to our tootsies, because they're so good to us. They do so many good things for us. So this week it's about intentional self-care. Because self-care is not it doesn't happen accidentally. Trust me. Trust me. And just kind of flex and point through. You'll feel that in your calves. You'll feel a little bit of that in your hamstrings, your ankles. They may sound like Rice Krispies, snack, crackle, pop. I don't know. An awful lot of feet and muscles in there. Bones and muscles in those little feet. For the size of the feet, the number is kind of astounding. And we expect so much from our feet. We do. Okay, just a little bit right there. All right, now you're going to go ahead and you're going to extend your right leg, your left leg. Yeah, you're going to extend your right leg. You're going to bring your knee to your chest. And you're going to just pull it all the way up. And you're going to think about pointing your toes. And think about that left hip being nestled, that low back being nestled, and that left leg is nice and long. And you want to just keep that. We're going to take the knee across your body. You put your right hand out. Feel that open up. You're going all the way from here up into your shoulder blades. And now we're going to extend that leg, and you're going to feel the back, right? You're going to feel your hamstring, calf, and Achilles. And once again, you want to keep your upper torso nice and relaxed. We'll release that neck. And now what we're going to do is we're going to anchor that left hip down. We're going to take our leg to the right, so we're going to add our inner thigh. So we've got our hamstring and our inner thigh, and of course the glutes still working. And don't pull up, don't let that booty pull up, and don't release your back on the left side. That's a real good way to make your muscles not feel good. Yeah, so we're a nice stretch all the way around that leg. Bring it in, give it a hug, and we're going to switch sides up. So we're going to bring that left knee to our chest, give it a nice big hug, and breathe into it. We're going to take the knee across. We're going to look to the left. Knee goes to the right, feeling it from your booty all the way up your spine into your shoulder blade. And let's come neutral. Extend that leg up, feeling that hamstring. inner thigh kick in, keeping that right hip anchored down. Don't pull it up. Don't release it. Just breathe into that. Bring that knee back to the chest. Got a nice big hug. Are you feeling it? Okay, both knees in. Roll it up. Come on up. Hello. We're going to start with a nice, easy diamond. You want to go ahead, put your soles of your feet together, and we want to lift long. So you want to drop your shoulder blades, squeeze them together, feel that core engaged, and we're going to tip forward from our hips. We are not going to round our backs. On this one, we're going to be opening up your IT band, your low back. Feeling good? So the amount of oxygen, because we're doing conscious breathing while we stretch, will make you feel more relaxed. Your vagus nerve kicks in. So there's so many benefits of stretching. I probably don't go through that as often as I could. But your entire human will function so much better when you take the time to lengthen and strengthen your muscles, and you become more flexible. And the most important thing about doing this is for functionality, so that you can continue doing your daily life, you know, even getting in and out of your car. I drive a sports car, so I have to get pretty low, and I always laugh about part of my exercise every day is just getting in and out of my car. But so much of what we do, if we're not flexible and we're not strong, it's going to change our lifestyle. And, you know, enough happens in life anyway. Let's do what we can to build strong bodies and strong minds and strong foundations, right? There, I'm off my soapbox today. But I really want you to feel that low back. Ooh, and the IT bands opening up your hips to your hips to your knees. And now we're going to go ahead, we're going to do a stag. So I want you to bring bend your left back to the extent you can. And then you're going to put your right forward. And you're just going to fold over the right leg. Wherever that works for you, you just fold over it. And you can adjust this one. Squeeze that booty and you'll see your hip flexor will get a little activity on the left side too. Now you're opening up the entire right leg. And you're squeezing the left. Drop your head down. Let that gravity work. I'm feeling it. It's working. It's working. All right, let's go ahead and switch sides. So you want to bend that left one. You're going to pull the right one back. You want to feel that hip flexor, feel your booty. And then you just want to fold right on over, right over it. Drop down. And I've had a lot of new people subscribe. Welcome, welcome to you newbies. Love having you here, all of you. Welcome to our community. And this is a good time. Open up your chest and your upper back. Kind of just let the energy go underneath those shoulder blades. Drop your head. Let the gravity work its magic. Okay, sit on up. Cross your legs to whatever. Sit comfortably. Sit comfortably. You may not want to cross your legs. That's perfectly fine. But take a deep breath. We're going to do a little bit of box breathing. So you're going to inhale through your nose. We're going to inhale up for 4 counts. Then we're going to suspend the breath for 4 counts. Then we're going to exhale for 4 counts and then suspend the breath. Now, I could say hold your breath, but a lot of people get all weird. So this is fluid, so just kind of go with me. Make it easy for yourself. You're going to go ahead and push your belly out. We're going to do Buddha belly while we inhale through our nose. So it's going to go, we're going to bring it all the way up. Should be stomach, chest, and then up. And then when we exhale, you're going to squeeze everything back together again. So we're going to inhale up, 4, hold, exhale, and hold. Inhale up, big Buddha belly, all the way up. Exhale, squeeze it all out. Do a couple sequences on your own. You might want to close your eyes. Just settle into it. Inhale. All right, come back to your regular breathing. Take a nice deep breath. I want to thank each and every one of you for being here wherever you are. Welcome. I appreciate your comments, suggestions, ideas, whatever you might have. So this week, I want you to think about intentional self-care, because self-care isn't an accident. It doesn't just happen. And take intentionality in your day. So intentionality. One of the things I do is like, how do I want to design my day? How do I want something to feel? How do I want to look at something? How do I want to approach something? And when I take the time to kind of center within and become intentional, I find that my day works much more easily. It flows. Yes, life happens. Life comes at us. But the more intentional we are with our breath and our functionality, we're ready to then deal with what the world is doing. And it's so noisy right now. It's very important that you can be aware, but don't stare at all of the activity that's going on. If you choose to give your energy away, then that's your choice. So we only have so much energy. So I always say use your energy wisely and learn. One of the things I teach is how we cannot give our energy away. And it's a lifelong journey, let's put it that way. But there are those things that we can do to protect our energy and our world and how we choose to move about it. So if you liked this, please hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed yet to this amazing global community, please do hit the subscription. I encourage you to share this with anyone that you think that would appreciate it or to find the value. I do this work from the heart-centeredness of my world as a gift to the universe. And I encourage you to hit up a couple on the playlist. 10 minutes leg up the wall every single day. You'll see all the benefits. It's amazing what 10 minutes on your back with your legs up the wall can do for your entire body. I highly encourage at least 10 minutes a day of stretching. You can do it before you get out of bed in the morning, and oftentimes, it's good to stretch when you get up. It's also good to stretch before you go to sleep. I know everybody's lives get moving, but try and find at least 10 minutes in your day to stretch. And focus on whatever you feel like. You might not get your whole body, but there is also on the playlist, I think there's a 10-minute stretch that I start with standing. Start with your head and get down to your feet. That's an option. Think about doing some conscious breathing. Because when you're consciously breathing and you're right there, you're right in the moment. You're in the present. and it clears your mind out. And my mind has a lot of chatter, a lot of stuff going on up there. So when I do my intentional breathing, I find that it kind of grounds me and gets me more focused. So I encourage you to try that out for fun. And I hope your week is just blessed. I hope you put some play in your day and that you find some joyful things to fill up your calendar this next 2 months of things that are exciting to you, that bring you joy. And try some things that are different, and maybe go to a neighborhood you haven't been to. I know we were going to a musical thing end of the month, and we're going to try a brand new restaurant we've never heard of, never seen. Sounds like fun. So do some little things that bring you joy. Know that you are loved. Know that you are connected in a community that cares. And humans are designed for connection. So do give that gift to yourself. I hope your week is blessed and know that you are loved. And until next time, my friends, when we're all together, be flexible.